Hi, welcome back. I hope your day is running smoothly and I have another lesson for us today. By now, you have learned the most important thing about operating in the healing ministry. It's the one thing that hinders most people from receiving their healing after hands have been laid on them. It's that fact that in the back of your mind, you're not sure if it's God's will to heal them, and they aren't sure if it's God's will to heal them, because so many times in our congregations we've even said it, or we've heard people say it when they're praying for the sick: Lord, if it's your will, heal sister so-and-so. Well, that person who just prayed that prayer put their unbelief, their uncertainty, and it just flowed into the person that they are praying for. So that is why I have spent so much time on showing you the scriptures that it is God's will to heal all. So once you know that, and that's settled in your spirit, that whenever you are walking about and you see somebody who is sick, you've got to know it is the will of God that they are healed. Whether you get an opportunity to lay hands on them and pray for them, that's another issue. But it's important for us to have that settled in our mind, settled in our spirit, to move forward. So once that is settled in your spirit, you can be used right now by God. He's not waiting for you to be perfectly trained in the healing ministry before He will use you. The next most important element is that it's God's love that heals the sick. That must be your motivation. In your small group or on your own throughout the next couple of days, I want you to think about the difference between a father's love, an earthly, a natural father's love for their child, and God's love for His children. And I want you to start thinking about the difference between those two types of love. So, as we're engaging in the healing ministry, we need to make sure we're motivated by God's love. And sometimes you have to actually look at the person for a while and eliminate your motives for why you want them healed. You might think, well, why wouldn't I have the right motives? Well, let's say your church is starting a healing ministry. We need to make sure it's not in the back of your minds that you're doing this to prove yourselves as the greatest church in your city, or that God is working amongst your group and none of the others. It is God's will that every church becomes a healing church. Wouldn't you love it if the people in your congregation would go to work and see their sick coworker and say, hey, come to my church. You're going to hear the word of God and you're going to get healed in the service. Or, hey, come to our Bible study. It is for those who are battling sickness and disease. Why don't you come along and gain some skills, learn God's will, and let's get your body healed. We've got a whole team that's helping you. So this really is the will of God for every church in your community, that every church is a healing church, so that people in the community are coming to church. So you see, we have to have the right motives. You cannot engage in the healing ministry to make a name for yourself, so that you can say, oh, I've got this, I've got the corner on God. There's not going to be much power flowing through that ministry if you're operating with that motive. So we need to take the time when we're gazing upon the sick and let the love and compassion of God infuse our spirit. That means really putting yourself in their position, really thinking about what they're going through, what their life is like as they're trying to manage pain, manage the therapies, the medications, because as I said before, we are very much for doctors and medications and therapies. We want people to use every resource available to them to fight their sickness and disease. However, we need that divine intervention, don't we? We want God to come alongside and be working through those treatments. So it's taking the time out of your day. You might have to schedule less things. in your day so that you can really take the time to pray for and meditate on your loved one's circumstance, and let the love of God just infuse your spirit so that when you go and minister to them, healing is being delivered by God's love and compassion and not your motives. I know that we all want to think that, oh, I am operating out of love, but I just want to suggest to you that maybe as we take time to think about that and seek God on that, He'll reveal to you if there is maybe a selfish motive. Maybe you're just tired of listening to the sick person complain. We all know about that. But anyway, that is a motive that some people think they want their loved one healed just because they're a whiner, griper, complainer. But no, the Word of God is going to help us in this. So I just want to make that very clear, that everything must be done out of God's love and compassion, regardless of what ministry you are operating in. I think that is a basic lesson of the church, but sometimes we just need to be reminded of that. So I just want to thank you for tuning in and taking the time to, after the video, really thinking about and checking your thoughts, your motives, considering the Word of God on this. And I pray that you have a blessed day today. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope it has been helpful. I cannot give you medical advice. I'm not a doctor. So if you have a health issue, please talk to your doctor about that. If you think, see, or feel that you have been healed by watching one of our videos, please go to your doctor to have that verified. I cannot verify that for you. However, we would love to hear your testimony. Please write into us using our contact page on our website or our address. You can get that information off of the next slide after this video.